get started here with our pentatonic scale. Again, it's going to be the C major pentatonic scale. Again, penta, 5 tonic tone, so it's 5-tone scale. What I just want to remind you of is when we are playing this to have good arched fingers on the fretboard. Okay, we want to really focus on thumb stays in the back. Remember, we want to hide the thumb so we're not sneaking over top. We want to hide that thumb. Okay, so for our C pentatonic scale, okay, we're going to start with middle C, okay, which is the 3rd string from the bottom. So we got A, we have E, and then we have our C. So there's our C string. Again, that's middle C on the music staff. Okay, and I want you to just take a moment and notice where I'm playing for a good full warm tone here. I'm not playing by the sound hole. I'm going to play where the neck and the body connect. Okay, again, that's where we get our nice warm and full sound. Okay, so make sure you're really focusing on that. As we are playing our C pentatonic scale, again, 5 pitches, we're actually going to add a 6th on the top, which is just going to be the octave. Okay, so it's going to start with C and end with C. So start with middle C and end with C5. Okay, so let me play you the pentatonic scale, and I'm going to break it down a little bit for you. Okay, so we have our C, we have a D, E, we have a G, and this is where it kind of gets interesting because we could play G on the E string, fret number 3, or if you're playing on a high G tuning, you have the option of playing the top string. Okay, and as we move on, we have our A, which again, just like the G, we could actually play that on the G on fret number 2, but for now we'll just play the open. And then the last is C, which is C5. Okay, all right. If I can play that without any interruptions, I'm going to not play on the top G string. Okay, we're going to forget about that for now. We can incorporate that later. So, again, we have C, D, we have E, G, A, and C. Okay, so this time I'll play it without talking, and I'm going to scoot back just a little bit here. So now you can focus watching here as well as here, okay? Okay, and if you're watching, this hand is staying very stationary. Okay, I'm using the side of the body here as kind of an anchor or a balance point. Okay, so that way we don't need a strap to play any of that. It's in the crook, in a cradle position. This is our cradle position. We've talked about that previously. But as we're playing, focus on this nice and still action, just a nice clean rest stroke. So the balance points are here. They stay still for now, and just the thumb moves by itself. Okay? A good way to practice this when first being introduced is think to yourself, we're playing the C string twice. Then we're playing the E string twice. And last but not least, we're playing the A string twice. So a good way just to practice, even without the fret hand, is just practice the open strings 2 times, so that way you have a nice clean transition from string to string. So C, C, D, A, just an easy way to remember that. Okay, moving forward, a little bit of a breakdown of the letters. It's C, D, E, what was it? I'm sorry, C, D, E, G, A, and C. Okay, so if we could just practice saying that in your head a couple of times. C, D, E, G, A, and C. Sometimes that kind of helps internalize the scale. Okay, so now we're going to move forward, and I'm going to speak the frets and the strings with you. So if you could have your ukulele out with me, and we're going to just take our time, play this. I'll make sure I give you enough time to play along with me. Okay, so make sure you're all ready. I'll give you a second or two. All right, hopefully you have it out. Should have it out anyway, but let's play our just open C string. Okay, on the C string, fret number 2, you're going to use your middle finger. Okay, and again, nice arched fingers for all of these, and you're going to take a good press down, make sure that thumb's back there. Second fret, D. And if you did good technique with your rest stroke, your thumb should already be ready for the open E. Fret number 3 on the E is G with your ring finger. Again, just like we said, if you have a good rest stroke, it should be ready for the A. Nice open A. And fret number 3 is C. So if we can kind of put all of that together, so it's, I'm going to speak the fret numbers this time, not the letters. Okay, so it's open, 2, open, 3, open, 3. Okay, so an easy way to remember that instead of the pitch in the letter names is you can just remember it's open 2, open 3, open 3. Okay, instead of the word open, you can use 0 if you want. I prefer open, so that way you don't get any confusion out there. Okay, so from this point, your next practice is going to be nice and slow practicing each on the way up. And once you do that a couple of times, nice and easy, you don't have to set a metronome, just kind of free open play for now. The next step is going in reverse order. Okay, so after this video, I want you to either videotape yourself or an audio recording of you just playing nice and slow, and it's going to give us a good baseline assessment of where you are so we can see a nice solid progression of growth. So good luck.